Based on the way Stingray was playing earlier, he was looking so good, but we just saw Java absolutely destroy a Lance. But I think Stingray plays a little bit differently, definitely when we're talking about balance between the two weapons. Because you talked about Stingray had a game where he did a lot of damage with Spear.
Oh, yeah.
He had another game where he did a lot of damage with Lance. And then he had a game where he did kind of damage with both weapons. Early on, dude, Java just needs a weapon. It's coming out. Here's the sword. That is going to be his weapon early on here against this Lance that is in Stingray's hands. He's just patrolling the ground, hoping to punish these landings. D-Light into the neutral light.
Yo, that's a lot of damage early on. And Stingray, another Sarah, a weapon throw? Oh, do it to him. Do it to him. Do it to him. Okay, no, playing smart. That's our new Stingray. I forgot. New Stingray, playing smart, here to win. Here to win, not to clip. I like it. But again, D-Light side sig sends him out of the lobby. Actually, he's still here. He's got 2 stocks left.
He doesn't send him out of the lobby, just like a little bit out of the stage for a minute. He's going to respawn back in. He has a hammer in his hand, hoping he's going to have a different result with a different weapon against Stingray. But you notice that Stingray didn't go for that ground pound earlier. I think he saw what happened to Kosalix at the end of the Kosalix Java set that he didn't want to get clipped.
Oh, and I don't blame him.
That was nice. Weapon toss, perfect.
Oh, wow. That's so calculated.
Lasered that one in, of course, used that massive thrown weapon hitbox that Hammer has.
All right, so here we go. 2 stocks right now. Java at a bit of a deficit here, but as we've seen from everything from Java today, a deficit pretty much does not matter at all. Java's been behind 1 stock, 2 stocks, and still finds a way to somehow come back right now. So no matter what the lead may be, you still got to feel like Java's in this matchup still no matter what. But Stingray is playing so clean right now, making the most of these opportunities and punishing Java every opportunity they're getting.
Weapon comes in. Java was doing a fantastic job of controlling like all of the weapons against Kosalix. We're seeing some of that here as well as he grabbed that new spawn that came in. Deal recovery. He's going to extend that with a neutral air and go back and grab the weapon. Sword in his hand. Almost grab that side signature. Fantastic punish from Stingray.
And that should do it. Nice. Okay, D-Light's there. But look at the damage still, though. I mean, that was a whole clean stock, pretty much, that Stingray had the advantage there. But Java has still found a way now to get Stingray into then the orange. Can Stingray make the most opportunity? I don't think so. D-Light Dare comes out now. Stingray trying to stay alive in the stock and get as much of an advantage as they can.
It seems like Java is primarily looking to punish a landing from Stingray with the stomp side air, but he grabbed just raw side air there, didn't even need the startup for it. Juggling his weapons, gonna delay the weapon spawn for Stingray, opting back for the sword. That's what he wants to build up the damage on this final stock of Stingray. Found nice 2-piece early on in this, almost adding up the damage. Throws his weapon. Once the dodge came out from Stingray, Java was ready to throw out the neutral light once Stingray came out of invulnerability frames.
Yeah, man, calculated. That is like hardcore calculated.
It was beautiful. We weren't seeing Snowy doing that earlier. He was just throwing his weapon and then kind of backing up a little bit.
That's true.
Java is extending that pressure.
And, you know, Stingray's obviously in the lead here, but it doesn't feel like Stingray's in the lead. You know what I'm saying? Like Java is still. Oh, wait a second.
Yo, he went back in right into that blast from the back of the Lance.
Nice. But you know, you look back at these replays, and Stingray has done such a good job at confirming these KOs with very, you know, unique combos, right? We just saw 2 times where a D-Light into a side sig, and then once we get to the 3rd KO here, it was a D-Light into an N sig, right? Which those are 2 very unique mix-ups, especially that obviously come off of the kit with the Black Knight Orion. So I like that a lot, but I'm just not as confident currently in this situation, though, for Stingray, because Java was able to climb back so quickly towards the end there.
Yeah, we got to remember that Java lost game 1 to Kosalix.
Yep.
So we could see a repeat performance from Java. He's already starting this one off. He's still taking a little bit more damage than Stingray. But again, we're not going to see Stingray engage off stage too much. He knows how effective his neutral is. That time, a beautiful neutral signature, but he actually moved forward instead of expecting the dodge in from Java, because that's what he got last time.
Yeah.
So he went for a different mix-up option out of it. Java wanted to move away to the left, and he got hit.
Big weapon throw right there. Nice air. Another weapon throw. Beautiful dodge there from Stingray. Another recovery. Wow, still not enough. High ceilings right there. Stingray, oh, well, barely missing the recovery. I don't know how that missed. Again, going for the recovery. Java is absolutely evading everything right now, but not from that side sig. And oh, okay, here we go. Hammer. Both are at red right here. both players had to be so careful here, Sparky.
Oh, see, you didn't see him go in yet again, but he didn't even just go to the left. He ended up going down, diagonal dodge away from Stingray, hoping to avoid the neutral signature yet again. That is going to KO off the top. Stingray going to have his choice of weapons. Even throws that one away early. Didn't want to worry about juggling the weapons to delay the spawn for Java. Just wanted to get that lance back in his hands.
Yeah, and that's where we're seeing a ton of the success come from. So I don't blame Stingray at all for doing that. And I think Stingray is definitely doing, you know, the very smart decision here, trying to build up as much damage as possible for losing the stock, because I believe seen pretty much the only possible way to beat Java is if you build up a very large lead, because Java is going to come back no matter what. And okay, Stingray's starting to get a little bit of extra credit there.
Oh, you saw him. He went inside. He held to the right to get away from that weapon toss.
Okay.
The GC side signature to move him back towards the stage, but Java did get the punish. He's still about 100 damage behind. If you look in the top right of your screen, he's going to be in orange, I believe. Yes, he is in orange. We saw after he got hit there. But one thing I really like about Stingray is you're seeing him do most of his damage with Lance. He did 497 compared to the 58 on Spear. Almost got the KO. The disrespect.
Oh, man.
Oh,
and the D-sig.
Wow.
Wow. I mean, that was very, very good. We saw the side light, and instead of going immediately for the D-light or the read, pausing, going for the side light again to maximize damage output right there. Stingray is looking very confident currently.
So I love the difference between Kostelix and Stingray here, because you saw Kostelix also a Lance player, Stingray also a Lance player. Java destroyed Kostelix, but he's not able to deal with Stingray's Lance. That shows you, even though these two weapons, other than the signatures, have the same light attack kit across characters, Stingray plays this weapon radically different than Kostelix does.
Yeah, Kostelix, you're going to see a lot more N lights and then obviously D lights too, whereas Stingray is just a huge, huge, huge Sair, Dare, and then Nair kind of guy. So, like, you're right, Sparky. Complete opposites. And Stingray confirms the KO once again with a D-sig, and Stingray almost doubling the damage of Java. As we look back at the replays here, brought to you by SteelSeries, Stingray looked incredible in that matchup.
We are still seeing Stingray need to build up a lot of damage. 646 damage in total to take out Java. That is about a little bit over 215 damage on average per stock, but his pace with it is still so dominant. He builds it up so quickly. He hardly takes damage in the process. So like any negative light I want to shed upon this for KO efficiency that I might do to other players, that is not a problem for Stingray, just because of how little damage he takes in the process.
Yeah, and I think the really cool thing here is that Stingray shut down Java's hammer, which is what we saw Java had so much success with in the last matchup too. Another thing that was on that graph before going into this next match real quick is that Stingray had 14 signatures. 14 signatures, had a 46% hit rate, while Java only used one signature at 0%. So Stingray is obviously doing some really, really cool things right now and keeping Java, you know, on their toes, and it's paying off.
And I swear, most of those signatures that missed didn't get hugely punished. Like, there was that one GC side signature that Java found the unarmed recovery on for the KO, but he was already really high up in the air, already had a ton of damage on his stock, so it wasn't the worst thing in the world that punish actually led to a KO. It wasn't like a game-changing punish that Java ever found on those signatures. He's doing a pretty good job of juggling, but Stingray gets back to the ground. You see, right in the middle of the stage, going for the double D-light and the recovery KO off the top. Stingray. Big lead early on, about halfway through this first stock, and Java's already on his second.
Yeah, and I actually love Miami Dome here for Stingray because those platforms are just high. Oh, no, here we go. Okay, well, the damage build is coming out. But okay, the platforms are just high enough to where Stingray can kind of just float a little bit undercover and maintain stage control with so much area to punish Java every single time. And dude, Stingray might take his 2-stock lead here. Oh my goodness.
He went for the side like directly into the side air, and Java just wasn't ready for it. No, but you're exactly right with those soft platforms, because if we think about what Stingray versus Snowy did on Enigma, Snowy thought he could run to those soft platforms, and Stingray got the lead and then didn't care. He could just sit in the middle of the stage. If Java wants to do the same thing, again, Stingray got the lead, so he doesn't care. Java can spend as much time on those soft platforms as he wants, and Stingray's just going to be in the middle of the stage, recovering all the way. Nice punish from Java, but still, Stingray a full stock lead. Java's going to have to find something huge. He's going to have to find it often, and he's going to have to find it quickly.
Yeah, and you know, again, we haven't seen Java really use hammer that much. And anytime Java is using hammer, Stingray is not getting punished at all with it whatsoever. So I think Stingray has definitely found at least some sort of kryptonite here for Java's secret sauce with that hammer. And it's forcing Java to use that sword, I think, a lot more than Java wants to.
Stingray has truly found the counterplay to basically every facet of Java's playstyle, whether it's the unarmed kit, whether it is the light attack kit on sword or hammer, whether it's the signature kit on sword and hammer. It doesn't matter. There is no state of this game that we've seen so far where Stingray is not in basically complete control. And he's going to end that one right there. He wanted to watch his opponent go into the blast zone, which is the most disrespectful thing to do. And he takes that set 3-0. We want to talk about efficiency. 564 was all it took. I'm pulling out the calculator for this one. 564 divided by 3 is 188.
Oh,
good efficiency.
Quick math. I like it.
I mean, I use a calculator. I just press the buttons fast.
Hey, man, they don't see that. They don't see that.
I'm honest. I would never lie to the people. Not even a single time.
Respect. Big respect. Now, looking at this damage chart here, thank goodness we don't need a calculator because we have a phenomenal production team that takes care of this. Again, look at the hammer damage. That is not Java. That is not Java tech. Having under 100 damage.